Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about the Fundamental 5 portion called Recognize and Reinforce. So I want you to think about what are some ways that you recognize your students and reinforce their learning that they're doing in their classroom. How powerful are your words? Well, research shows that your words can be used to motivate students and build self-confidence, or they can be used to destroy a student's self-image. Do you agree with that, or do you disagree? Either way, how do you use words in your classroom? Well, it is important that we praise more than just success in the classroom. It's really easy to praise our top students, our students that consistently make good grades in the class and turn all their work in, but we want to be sure that we are reinforcing all of our students, that we reinforce the students for the effort that they put in. When that kid that comes to class and doesn't do much, we want to reinforce and recognize when they do something. It is important that we do this so that we encourage them to continue trying on their academic success. And it's proven that the more at risk a student is, which are typically not your top students, the more they need that recognition of their work in order to succeed. And it's very possible that some of those students aren't getting that recognition and reinforcement at home. And so we're the only ones that might be giving it to them at school. Whether it's for the fact that their parents don't know how, or maybe their parents work all the time, or maybe their parents are worn out from all the years of their discipline issues that they're having. So it's important that we realize when we reinforce effort, when we talk to them about working hard, about having grit, about persevering, we're also giving them a life skill that teaches them that the harder you try, then the more successful you'll be. We do need to be sure that we're praising the specific deed in order to encourage the student. We want to be specific with our praise and be personal. So not just a blanket, you guys are doing a good job today. What are they doing a good job on, and who is doing a good job? So just to kind of recap, be sure that you're be sure you are praising not only academic achievement, but also their effort. You also want to praise their social and behavioral actions. So what are behaviors you want to see in your classroom? Reinforce those things. Let them know when they're doing something that you appreciate in your classroom. And it's really important that you think about positively praising and reinforcing things that you want to see more of. So recently, our boss, Cody Holt, did some work in the elementary classrooms. And he pointed out to me that he noticed how the teachers are more quick to recognize the kids that are doing the right thing than point out the kid that's doing the wrong thing. Because typically by recognizing and saying, you know what, I really appreciate Christopher for having his phone put away and his earbuds out, then it's going to help, not all, but a few of those students realize, oh, I need to put my phone up and take my earbuds out as well. So we want to be sure that we're giving attention for positive reasons and not just all negative attention. Here are just some specific examples that you could use. Praise a kid when they turn in something on time, even if it's that rare occasion. Reinforce them for doing something different. Kids that score higher on an assessment, even if they've made in the 60s before and they made a 75 this time, let them know that you realize that. You want to be sure that you don't stop praising that honor roll student or the kids that are high achieving. They do still need praise, but we don't want to ignore the other things. We want to reinforce the other progress that our kids are making. Behavioral examples, you can thank someone for picking up the trash without being asked. You can praise someone for, always coming on time to class. When you're greeting kids at the door and asking them about their day, you're reinforcing that you get a positive interaction with me when you're on time to class. Be specific about which kids in the class have either turned something in or what group is, working on something and getting ahead of the game. Praise your kids that bring their Chromebooks charged and have their, charger with them so that they're always prepared for class. just, showing recognition for, again, those behavioral things that you want to continue seeing more of in your class. And so, just as a quick recap, purposeful use of extrinsic rewards does change behaviors. You can give stickers, you can give a Skittle, you can give a pat on the back, you can take a Post-it, just write little notes and stick it down, there on their desk, letting them know that they've done a good job. You can have those pre-written. But it does help that extrinsic motivation then turns around and leads to their intrinsic, helps them with that. Great teachers do realize that students are motivated to work for a variety of different reasons, and we have to work to identify what are those motivators. So for some kids, it might be competing. For some kids, it might be words of affirmation. Some kids maybe really need the stickers or the candy. So just think about and really work to try to find out what is your kiddos and your students love language, and help them. That helps you know how to reinforce. And the last thing I want to challenge you with is it's very difficult to try to praise everything all at once. So pick one or two things that you're going to be looking for each week. So maybe this week you're going to be looking for kids that, write a longer sentence when you've asked them to do their creative writing. Or maybe you're going to be looking for those kids that are in their seat and working on their do now when the bell rings. So find those things that you're going to positively reinforce for the week, and keep positively reinforcing it until the behavior changes versus trying to praise everything at once. So hope that's helpful.